Hi everyone, it's Tawanda from Little, and in today's tutorial I'll show you how I made this logo for my VFX Instagram page. So getting started, I've already opened up a new canvas with the dimensions 500 by 500, and as always I like to start my designs with a transparent background. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to Image, Guides, New Guide by Percentage. So we're going to start off with horizontal at 50%, click OK, go back to Image, Guide, New Guide by Percentage, then we change that to vertical at 50%, click OK. Now what I'm going to do is drag more guides which I need to use to create a shape layer. Alright, that should be fine, doesn't have to be perfect. And then now we can go ahead and create a new layer. This we can rename to, let's just call it rectangle. Now we can go ahead and select the rectangle tool, click and drag. Change the colors there, select the bucket tool and fill that in with black. Then Command or Control Shift A to deselect that. And then the next thing is creating our text. I'll use white as a default color. And then I'll use that font there. Caps Lock VFX. That should be fine. We can make further adjustments if we need to. Alright, we can make further adjustments if we need to, or we can just reduce the text size, maybe leave it at 90. They should be fine. And then we're going to duplicate that text layer. And then we're going to change the color on that font to black. Like that. Then we're going to remove visibility on the black layer. If you want, you can bring it to the bottom or leave it at the top, is still okay, just below the white text layer there. And then we're going to create a new shape, a new layer rather. And then we can call this one maybe circle, small. Click OK. And then we select the ellipse tool. Click and drag while pressing Shift. Make sure that you're doing this on the new layer, the circle small layer. Add it there. Right click, edit, fill the foreground color. Command or Control Shift A to deselect. Let's create a new layer. This one we'll call circle big or big circle. Again, make sure the layer is selected. Click and drag while pressing Shift for a perfect circle. I think there should be fine. Right click, edit, fill the foreground color. Command Control Shift A. Now let's select the circle small layer. Select the Select by Color tool and then click on the empty space in that layer there. Right click, select, invert, and then right click again, select, grow. And then we're going to grow that by 5. Then click OK. Now with that selection still active, go back and click on the circle big layer. Press delete on the keyboard. Then go to the rectangle layer and press delete on the keyboard as well. Command or Control Shift A. Then we're going to go back to the circle big layer or big circle layer. Follow the same steps. Click in the empty space. Right click, select, invert, right click, select, grow. Then grow that by 5 as well. Click OK. Then now we're just going to go down to the rectangle selection, to the rectangle layer. Click on that and press delete on the keyboard. Command or Control Shift A. And then we go back to the circle layers. You can select either of the two first. Go back to the rectangle, go back to this ellipse tool. Click and drag, pressing shift. What we want to make is that opening right at the middle there. Alright, we don't need this anymore. We can remove the guides. Right. Let's just redraw that. Click and drag, pressing shift. Zoom in on that. Just try to position that perfectly. Roughly around the center there. Right, once it's like that, press delete on the keyboard. Control Shift A. Then let's repeat the same process with the bigger circle. Click and drag, pressing shift. Roughly around there, that should be the center. If not, then I pray you do that correctly. Then we press delete, Control Shift A to deselect. It's not perfect, but it's somewhere there. Okay. Now let's go ahead and create the lenses. So we can drag a new guide here. Just drag a guide, put it there. Right, like that. There, and then there. Then close that up. Press enter. Right click, edit, fill foreground color, or fill it with the bucket tool. Right. And then lastly, right in that lens layer there, select the rectangle tool, zoom in, and then fill that in with the bucket tool, like that. Command or Control Shift A. Okay, so the next step is to put the text at the bottom there. Select the text tool, and then let's type in okay, like that. Now let's go back to this text layer here, the one that we had removed the visibility. So we are going to select the top layer, which is the white one, select the rectangle tool, and then I'm going to select the bottom half that's not inside the black text there, and then press delete on the keyboard. Deselect that. Right. The next step is to merge everything, so it's Command M, press enter. Now what that has done basically is just made this into one solid layer. If you have a look at the right hand corner of the screen there, that's now just become one layer. Now we're going to do this. We're going to select the select by color tool, selecting the empty space, right click, select, invert, right click, select, grow, and then press OK. I've selected 5, so it's going to grow by a factor of 5. It's going to grow by 5 pixels. And then let's create a new layer. Let's rename that to, I'll just call it white outline. No, I'll call this black outline, or black stroke. Press enter, select the bucket tool, and then fill that in. Command and Control Shift A. Remove the visibility on that for now. Go back to the first layer, the bottom layer, repeat the steps, select, invert, right click, select, but now we're going to grow by 3 pixels and not 5. Press enter. Select the white color, create a new layer, call this white stroke, or inner or white inner stroke or whatever you like. Select that, click OK, and then select the bucket tool and fill that in. Command Control Shift A. Now it's only a matter of removing our layers around. So the bottom layer is the one we want to appear at the top first. So we drag that to the top. Right, so now we have the bottom layers at the top, followed by the black layer, which will now have to go to the bottom to create this outer black outline just outside the white stroke. And then now what we're going to do is, you'd see that you can merge all these layers again, or we can just focus on the top layer. We go to filters, and then we're going to use the artistic filter. I'm going to go for apply canvas. I'm just going to keep those default settings there. Click OK. And there we have it. Thank you guys for watching.